palindrome means when we have, for suppose we will take a number, when we have a number as 121, when we reverse this number and when we check this, the same value will be represented here. So when we reverse this, same value will be represented. So we can call this as a palindrome. So when we have a something like Bob, so when we reverse this, when it is also same, then we can say this is as a this is a palindrome. When a given thing like an integer or a string or some value, when we reverse it and we again get the same value, then we can say it is a palindrome. So in this also we are going to solve how to solve the palindromic linked list. So in this case, if we have, for suppose 1 to 2 1, okay, we'll take that 1 2 2 1. So this is the given linked list. So when we reverse this, what we will get? We will get 1 2 and 2 and 1. So this is also same. Then we can return it as true. So what we need to do for making this possible here? So for example, if we have like 1 comma 2, if we reverse this, it will be 2 comma 1. So it is wrong. So we need to return it as false. Okay. So when we give 1 2 2 1, then for a number or an string, we can check by using from the last indexes. But how can we check for the linked list type of data structure? So how can we do this in a linked list? So for linked list, we need to follow some steps. First, we need to make this as a copy linked list. So this is a linked list of L1. We can say this one as L1. So we can make a copy of L1. So after making copy of L1, what we can do? Same in L1 also, we will have 1, 2, 2 and 1 and 1. What we can do? We can reverse this. We can reverse this. We will reverse copy of L1. So after reversing this, L1, then we will have two here. One is given L1 and another is reverse of L1. So then we need to check each and every of the element is having same or not. If either, so here our resultant of L1 will be, so this is L1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 1. So after reversing of L1, this is the reversed L1. So what it will be? It will be also 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 1. We will check from the head of this and head of this. I will take a temp1 and temp2 and I will check if either any of the values while iterating from equal things, like if it has 3, I can return here it is itself false, or else I will move to the next pointer like this, like this, like this. So this is it for it. So we will make the copy of L1, reverse the linked list of L1, and we will check for L1 and reverse of L1. That's it, guys. So this is the L1, which is the given input for us, given linked list input. So I am creating a new one as head1, and I will say that head1 will be the same of the head only. So I will create the head1 using this. So I will say here list node head1 equals to new node of, what is the value here? Head dot val. I can say head dot val here for getting the value of it. So when I say head dot val, my head1 will be first value of the head will be stored with the value of the first one. So first value, and after that what can I say? I will take a temporary, I will say temp here, and I will say my temp equals to the head 1 because I need the first value of this. So here this process is copy of linked list. I need the value of h1, so I'm taking a new variable and I'm keeping this in the head itself. And what I'm doing, I'm moving from here to next value. Sorry, I can take here, I need to take temp, and we will say here is the current because that will make a more sense for understanding for us. So what I need to do, I need to move current dot next. So my current dot next will be the value of temp dot val. So what I need to do here, I need to do temp equals to temp dot next. Then my temp will be here. Then after that, what I need to do, I need to make my, so here we need to check a condition like while my temp is not equals to null, we need to move our iterations from here to the last one. So what I do here, temp equals to temp dot next. What I do, temp dot value equals to current dot next. I will make a new node again here with current equals to new node with temp dot val here. I will make the temp dot val here, which will be stored, and I will say current equals to current dot next again. I will say here itself. Then what the value in the value will be stored here, and after that my temp will be moved here, and I will again call the same, and again my temp will be moved here. Then again the value will be came here. So here we have our head one. So we will have our head one. So we need to use this temporary created copy list node. Sorry, copy list node, and we need to reverse this. We can use a, we need to create a pre node. I will create a pre node which is pointing at the null. So this is null. This pre node is pointing at the null. Okay, this pre node is pointing at null. It is not pointing to either any of the nodes here. So here we have our head 1. So what I do here, I will take a next. I will take a next node. I will say next node is head 1 dot next is the next node. My next equals to head 1 dot next. I will say like this. Then after that, what I do, I will do h1 dot next equals to pre. That means my connection with this will be pointed to this one. So after this, what I need to do, I need to make my pre pointer to head. So what I do here, I would do pre equals to h1. So then after that, what I do here, I would do my head 1 equals to next. So here understood, you guys understood what I'm trying to do here. So I will do this until, so this process will be this process, so this process will be done until we reach our head equals to null. So when our head is not equals to null, we will do this process, this entire process. So we will do another two, 3 steps also to making our process entirely correct. Here what I am doing here, when I say pre equals to head, then after that my head dot next equals to next. My next equals to head dot next. So here my next will be pointed here. Then after that head dot next is pre. So here the value of this will be cancelled, and my head dot next will be pointed to this one. So here I am drawing the new linked list. Here is this pointing to null. Then after this again we need to move our pre to head. Then after that we need to move our head to next. So after moving our pre to head, then we need to move our head to head equals to next. We need to also add this point here. So head equals to next. My head is here now. Then after that I need to move our next equals to head dot next. So then after that my head dot next equals to pre. So then after that my pre equals to head. So then after that, what we need to do, we need to move our head, we need to move our, sorry, yes, we have done this, and after that we need to move our head to next. Here is our head. Then after that we need to point head dot next equals to pre. So what will happen here, the 2 will be pointed here. Then after that our head is pointing to 2, so our head is 1. Then after that my next is head dot next, so this is null. Then my pre is head, so here my head is null, our head is pointed to next. Then so when our head equals to null, we need to stop our pointer. And if you observe, our pre is at the last, at the first node, so we need to return pre here, we need to return the pre here. So for this one we need to return the pre. So I will write code for the copy of the list also. So what we do for our copy, of the list, we will take our, sorry, so copy of the list, we will 2, 1, and we will create new node for every iteration. For every time we need to create a new node, we need to create a new node. So how can we create a new node? We will say, firstly here we need to take some values, assign some values here. So the values we need to assign are, so here this is head 1, this is head. What we need to do here, we need to create a new head 1 equals to new list node of head dot val. So after this, what we need to do, we need to take a temp node here and make the temp node is head dot next, and we will iterate from there. So what we do here, we will create a list node temp, and what we do here, we will make it as head dot next. So after making this as head dot next, we will iterate in that, we will iterate here itself. We'll take a while loop, and I will check if my temp is not equals to null. So we can do the iterations. What I can do here, I need to do temp equals to temp dot next, and before that what I need to do, I need to assign the temp dot value into the temp dot value into where, assign that into the new head 1. So here for this I will take my a list of d, I will take list of d equals to head 1 dot next. I will take d as head 1 dot next, and I will do here d equals to new list node, and I will assign the value of, what is the value here, I will assign the t dot value here, temp dot value into this, and I will, after that, and I will move my d equals to d dot next here also. My dummy equals to dummy not next. I will move my dummy equals to dummy not next. That's it. So here after all this, what we need to do, we need to return our head 1 here. We need to return head 1. So this will return a copy list. So after all this, what we need to do, we need to iterate from our 2. So this is our copy reversal list, and this is our original list, and here this is the original list. So what the values will be 1, 2, 2 and 1. So after reversing, the values will be 1, 2, 2 and 1. So what I will do here, I will take a list p1 equals to, so no need to create a new node, I will point the head here, and p2 equals to copy of it, sorry, not the copy of it, copy list, copy reverse of it, copy reverse. I will iterate with the copy reverse. So when I say copy reverse, it will start with the tail itself. So what I do here, while my p1 not equals to null and p2 not equals to null, I need to iterate through all of this, and I need to check if my p1 dot val is not equals to p2 dot val. Then here itself I would immediately return it as false, because there is no need to check here. Here we have found a invalid value, so we can return it. Or else what we need to do, we can do p1 equals to p1 dot next, or p2 equals to p2 dot next. That's it. And after that, so when our loop is completed, if if this condition is not true, then we can return it as false. True, we can return it as true. That means it is a palindromic linked list. So that's it, we can return it as true. So I hope you guys understood the logic behind this. So we need to do reverse of list. Before that, copy of the list and reverse the list, and we need to do this whole process. We need to do this whole process. What I said here, we need to do this whole process. So for example here, so here we have created, this is the copy, this is the copy of it, and this is the reverse of the copy list. Then we need to, then we'll get the values of something. Then what we need to do, then we need to check the copy of the list and copy of the reverse list and the current list. Here we need to do, so this is the copy list code. But then after that, we need to check copy in the original list, and we need to do this all the things, and we need to check if I in this place we will get the false. Then we need to, then what we need to do, we need to return false here itself, or we can return true after all the iterations. So reverse list of copy list head. So sorry, here we'll get the node here itself. So we need to make this as copy itself, no need of writing more than that. I'm a bit confused here, so that's why I wrote this. Sorry. So here we need to create a copy list and reverse list. So first what we will create, we will write for copy list. So what we can write here, we can write as a private method. So a copy list will return a node. So I will take a list node. So as a list node is written here, so I need a value here. So I will pass the head here. Then after that, in every copy list, what we need to do, we need to check if our head is equals to null or not. If it is null, we need to return it as null. That's it. This is the everyone known condition. Then after that, what we need to do, we need to create a new head here. How can we create a new head here? We can say list node head 1 equals to so as we are starting with the new node, we need to do, so here we need to not only pointing towards it, we need to access the value of head. So we can say head.val. So here if you see, you can access it by this dot val. So here we need to access the head, so we will say head.val. Then after that, what we need to do, here we'll check the copy list, what we have done here. So this is the copy list, sorry, this is the copy list what we have done here. We have created a head one. Okay, after creating head one, we are taking a dummy node and we are pointing towards the head.next, head1.next, not head.next. because so I will take a temp node and I will create a temp node here, and I will say it has head dot next. And what I do here, I will take a while condition and I will check if our temp is not equals to null. I will move my temp equals to temp dot next, and I also need to move what I need to move here, and I also need to move my dummy dot next. So how can I create my dummy dot next? I will say list node dummy equals to head 1, because we also need the access of head 1. That's why I am taking it as dummy. So what I need to do here, I need to, before moving my temp dot next, temp equals temp dot next, I need to store my value of the dummy dot next. How can I create this? I can say dummy equals to new list node of temp dot value, and I will say temp equals temp dot next, and I also do dummy equals to dummy dot next. So that's it. After this, what we need to do, we need to return our head 1. So this will give us the new copy list. So we have done implementing our copy list. Then we also need to do our reverse list also. So for reverse list also, we need to take a private. So for reversing a list also, we need to take the, what we need to take, we need to take the return type of it is list node only. So I will take it as list node head. So inside it, what is the base condition we need to check here also. If our head equals to null, we can return it as null. That's it. We can say it as null. Or else, what we need to do here, we need to take a list node as pre, which is equals to null. Then what we need to do, check our reversing thing. So for the reversing, what we are doing here, so here we have the access of, so we'll take here the head 1, because we only can use the head 1 here. For head 1 is null, we can return null. Or else what we can do, we need to do until the head 1 is not equals to null. As I said, we need to check until our head 1 is not equals to null. What we need to do here, we need to create a new node as next, which is head 1 is pointing to it. Head 1 equals to head 1 dot next. That means here I created this is the next, and after that, what I need to do, I need to make my head 1 dot next equals to the pre value. So it will point into this one. The connection between this will be closed. Pre. Then after that, what I need to do, I need to move my pre to head. Pre equals to head. Then what I need to do, I need to do my head equals to next. So this pause will be done. What I need to return, I need to return my pre here. That's it, guys. So we have got the copy of the list, and after copy of the list, we are keeping that into the copied one into this. Then after that, we are reversing this. After reversing this, what we need to do, we need to take a while loop here, and so the values will be stored here. This is the then what I do here, I will take a list node p1 and a list node p2. In this p1, I will keep my head, and in this p2, I will keep my reverse value, because the reverse value will be come into this itself. So then after this, what I should do, we'll check while p1 not equals to null and p2 not equals to null. What I can do here, I can move my p1 equals to p1 dot next and p2 equals to p2 dot next. And a serious issue, the serious base condition we need to do is if our p1 dot val is not equals to p2 dot val, then we can here itself immediately return this is a false. Why we should return this is a false? It is a not palindrome. That's the reason here. So after completing all these, if our this condition becomes not true for even once, we can say it is true. What is the meaning? It is true. It is true because we can say it is a palindrome because it does not satisfy this condition. So that's it for this video, guys. We can run this once and check. I hope it runs. So we got some issues like typos. And so guys, here we have done a huge mistake, which is here we are copying the dummy node, but we are not moving to the next one because our head one dot next should be the next value which we should assign, right? So here we are just moving, we are just reassigning it to the head only. So we need to take dummy dot next here. So that's the mistake, guys. I'm sorry. So we'll also try to submit this code. Yes, you got our solution submitted and accepted. So thank you guys. That's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.